Biden backs plan to destroy the third branch of government. That's right. Biden is trying to destroy uh, the Supreme Court because they don't control the Supreme Court. The leftists don't control the Supreme Court. So they're crying like babies that they're not getting their way. They're moving our country too far past the Constitution, and the Supreme Court is trying to bring it back, and they're upset about that. So of course, they're trying to blow things up. So we're gonna talk about that. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon, and that's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. All right, so let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from the Independent Sentinel from M. Downing, and they report that Joe Biden supports giving the legislative branch oversight of the Supreme Court justices' ethics, which is just, again, is wrong. It's supposed to be separation of powers there. This would eliminate the Supreme Court as a separate and co-equal branch of government. This action alone would politicize the court, making it subservient to the legislative branch. And this is exactly what the Founding Fathers did not want. It wanted the Supreme Court to be its own separate entity to protect the Constitution. Biden also supports term limits. Notice they're not talking about term limits when it comes to politicians, though. When it comes to congressmen and things, but Democrats will destroy anything that doesn't go their way. They manufacture ethics complaints against Justices Alito and Thomas because they don't like their decisions. The Washington Post reports he is also weighing whether to call for a constitutional amendment to eliminate broad immunity for presidents and other constitutional office holders, the People said, speaking on the condition of anonymity to discuss private deliberations. I don't see them doing that with the president because that would leave Biden open to persecution, or prosecution, I should say. And the same for Obama. I don't see them doing that. Everything Biden does is to satisfy the most extreme leftist element in the party. That's true. Biden, who has a form of dementia, also wants to gut presidential immunity, making it impossible for presidents to do their job. Again, I don't know why would he would do that when he could go to prison for all the dirt that he has done, the money laundering and such. But why is a man with dementia making any decisions? That's because he's not really making these decisions. They might not be able to pass these anti-constitutional laws and amendments now, but they are headed in this direction once they have their permanent electoral majority. They don't want the Supreme Court getting in their way. Term limits and ethics code would be subject to congressional approval, which would face long odds in Republican-controlled House and slim, a slim Democratic majority in the Senate. Under current rules, passage in the Senate will require 60 votes. I don't see that happening. A constitutional amendment requires even more hurdles, including 2/3 support of both chambers or by a convention of 2/3 of the states, and then approval by 3/4 of state legislature. So I don't think the amendment is definitely not going to happen. They don't have the votes for any of this. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Do you think they're going to really try to pull this off? Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.